Vegito vs Gogeta. Who is stronger? This is one of the longest ongoing debates of Dragon Ball, that which fusion is the stronger one and reigns the victor. So let's settle this debate today. The difference between them. Both Gogeta and Vegito are very strong, and although they are made up of the same two fighters, they are different. They are not just a mixture of Vegeta and Goku, but a complete different characters. Their aspects are very different from each other. As seen, Vegito is more of a fun personality who likes to go gradually and plays around for some time then goes full power, while Gogeta seems to be more serious and likes to end fights quickly. But there's another reason for this too, as every time we have seen Vegito, it's most likely in the anime or in the main story. That's why the writers have more time on their hands to make the fights longer. But in Gogeta's case, it's mostly in movies like Fusion Reborn and Super Broly movie, which both had a shorter duration. So to end the movie in time, the writers quickly ended the fight to save time. So now let's go to the next part. Potra vs Fusion Dance. So both of the fighters are born from different techniques or ways. One is born by using the earrings of the Kais and the other is born from a dance. So what is the difference between both the fusion techniques? The Potra fusion, which was originally thought to be a permanent fusion, happened when two persons wear one set of the Kai's earrings, and both the fighters' powers as well as their knowledge is joined into a single more powerful and smarter being. But later in Super, it was said that it lasts only an hour for mortals. But on the other hand, the fusion dance is a technique that requires one to learn a dance, and that both fighters need to be in total sync in order to fuse. The result is a fusion that is far stronger than original two beings for 30 minutes. And also it is seen that both fusion diffuse quickly if power use is very high. So in time, the Potra fusion is the clear winner as it lasts 1 hour, whereas the fusion dance lasts for 30 minutes. The difficulty of the fusions. While Potra doesn't require any skill, it does not matter the difference between the power levels of the users or their skills. But in the Metamorian fusion, the users are required to know the dance properly. On top of that, the power level of both the users must be in sync or equal to one another, and also there is a chance of error in the dance that might result in a failed fusion, like we saw in the Bruce saga with Gotenks. The stability of the fusion. It is said in Dragon Ball that Gogeta's fusion is more stable than Vegito, and also that Gogeta can use energy more efficiently. The reason for this might be as I previously said. Gogeta requires equal power levels, whereas Vegito or the Potra fuses with anyone, like we saw with Elder Kai and the Witch fusion. So fusion dance takes this one. Gogeta vs Vegito. So now the real question, who is stronger? To say who is stronger, we must take something into consideration first. If we debate between Z Vegito and Super Gogeta, then Gogeta will easily win. Or GT Gogeta with Super Vegito, then Vegito takes the win. So let's make it clear, we are using the same stats or time of Goku and Vegeta, let's say the Broly movie. So to start this, first take a look at both of these fusions, feats and powers. Vegito. Vegito has been said by the Elder Kai himself to be stronger than Metamorian fusions, and as we saw him fight with Buu, who had absorbed Ultimate Gohan, who was the strongest character in that time and also had absorbed Piccolo, Gotenks, etc. And Vegito was toying with him. Such was the power up with Vegito. Vegito was easily dominating the fight, and even after turning into a candy, he was beating a Buu. Whereas Gogeta, who has fought Janemba, also showed such strength. He also defeated and humiliated Janemba, and later using his special attack destroyed him. But in comparison of power, Super Buu Gohan absorbed was levels above Janemba. Now let's jump to Super, the fusion in Goku Black arc. This time also Vegito showed his power. Before Vegito, Goku, Vegeta and Trunks were having a hard time with both Goku Black and Zamasu, later with Fused Zamasu. But with Vegito Blue, it seems that he was the one on the higher ground. And on Gogeta's side, he was exceptional in the Super Broly movie. When Goku and Vegeta were getting beaten up by Broly, after the fusion, Gogeta was in control of the whole battle. And seen in the ending when Gogeta holds Frieza's hand, stopping him from attacking. Even Frieza just sleeps knowing how he is outmatched by Gogeta. And also one thing is mostly sad about Vegito, is that he never ends his fights and kills his opponent. So the truth about that is that all of Vegito's fights are with immortals or nearly immortal beings, like Buu and Zamasu. So if we see all of this and answer the question, the answer would be that in the first half of the fight, Gogeta would be one with the upper hand. But as the fight gradually goes on for longer, most likely Vegito would slowly but surely take the win because of time duration and the slightly higher power level. Remember, even 5% of power of both Goku and Vegeta is almost uncountable. So Vegito wins. The Pride of Universe 11 versus the Namekian God. This has been a debate for some time, so today let's break it down. Can Orange Piccolo defeat Jiren? The time gap. Jiren's peak came during the Tournament of Power, and to be clear, that version of Jiren was stronger than a God of Destruction, according to Belmont and Topo. He bodied Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken X20 Goku, took on Android 17, Final Form Frieza, UI Goku, no training scenes, no return arcs, just big power and a big silence. On the other hand, Orange Piccolo debuts after Broly during Superhero. That means post-Coke, post-Moro, post-Granola, anime timeline wise, so we're talking years after Jiren's most recent fight. And the gap matters because Dragon Ball characters evolve very fast. Orange Piccolo's power jump. In the movie, Piccolo gets his potential unlocked by Shenron. A buff that gave him glowing aura and crispier reflexes. Cool but not game changing. Then comes Orange Piccolo. Toriyama literally said he wanted this form to feel like a Namekian god, and in the movie Piccolo says Goku and Vegeta would have struggled against Gamma 1 and 2, androids specifically built to rival their current power, who just stated to be around Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo then one-shots Gamma 2, no struggle, no high difference, one shot. That alone puts him equal to or above Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta at the time of the movie. Then we get to Cell Max, the movie's final boss. Toriyama said if Cell Max were completed, he would have been stronger than Broly. Even unfinished, he shakes the battlefield and tanks a full force special beam cannon from Orange Piccolo. And guess who stalls Cell Max long enough for Gohan to charge his finisher? Yup, Piccolo. The man held his ground against someone designed to be beyond Broly. Piccolo's brain game. Look, power matters, but intelligence changes outcome. Piccolo is low-key one of the smartest fighters in Dragon Ball. He outsmarted Raditz with Goku, trapped Frost with Illusion in the Universe 6 tournament, fused with Nail and Kami for pure tactical upgrades, trained Gohan into a warrior twice, infiltrated Red Ribbon HQ solo. In battle, Orange Piccolo uses clones for feints, giant forms for crowd control, instant regeneration. You punch him, he just looks annoyed. Key suppression and sensing to bait attacks. He manipulates terrains, redirect attacks, and sets up Gohan's awakening against Cell Max. Orange Piccolo isn't just stronger, he's smarter. Jiren's raw power. Okay, now let's give Jiren his due. Jiren's feats are nasty. Block UI punches easily. Survive a spirit bomb explosion like it was nothing. Crack hits time gate just by flexing. Tank attacks from 3 powered up fighters at once. Knock Goku out so hard his aura vanished. Even Topo, who became a God of Destruction candidate, said Jiren was far above him. Belmont confirmed Jiren's power suppresses any deity in Universe 11. But the problem? We have no post-top confirmation that Jiren trained, evolved or broke his own limits again. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta did. Vegeta unlocked Ultra Ego, Goku mastered Perfect Ultra Instinct, Piccolo turned orange and fought Cell Max. Jiren is still meditating. Power scaling head to head. Jiren versus Orange Piccolo. Raw strengths, above God of Destruction, stated to rival Goku and Vegeta. Durability, tank Spirit Bomb, UI hits, tank Cell Max strikes. Combat IQ, adaptive, counter fighter, strategic, manipulator, clone tactics. Feats, beats UI Goku, almost broke time gauge, stalled Cell Max, one-shot Gamma 2. Timeline, Tournament of Power, post Broly, post Moro, newer scaling. Canon statement, Belmont, stronger than gods. Toriyama, Namekian god tier. If we freeze them in time, top era Jiren versus Orange Piccolo. It's actually close, but if we accept that Dragon Ball moves forward, Piccolo's scaling is newer, direct, shown and backed by greater squads. Jiren's power remains elite but frozen in time. Here's the real question. What happens if Jiren trains post-tournamental power? We don't know that. If he adapts and hits Ultra Instinct or something close, he could leap ahead, but canon hasn't given us that yet. So for now, Orange Piccolo wins on feats, scaling and current continuity. But let's open it up. Could Jiren beat Orange Piccolo if he trained with Whis? So the final verdict, based on timelines placement, canon creator statement, visual feats, power scaling, logic, and combat versatility. Orange Piccolo is stronger than Tournament of Power Jiren. Jiren might still outmuscle most characters, but Piccolo's new form, tactical mastery, and ability to fight on Broly's tier battlefields makes him, in the current state, more relevant, more dangerous, and better scaled. Not to mention he still has room to grow. So yeah, Piccolo isn't just back, he's the boss tier now. So Gohan vs Broly, who is stronger? This is a debate that has been going since Dragon Ball Superhero movie, when Gohan turns beast and was said to have become the strongest Saiyan in Dragon Ball. So let's break it down today and end this debate with the real answer. History of both Gohan and Broly. First, let's see the backstories of these Saiyans, how they reached this level and their feats. As long as we have seen, Gohan has been a powerhouse and always shown almost endless potential. Even as a little child, he destroyed a whole mountain without even knowing, was almost twice as strong as both Goku and Piccolo in rage, and what he showed in the battle with Raditz was undeniably a feat not to be taken lightly. On the other hand, we have not much info on Super Broly. But as seen in the movie, even as a baby, Broly's potential power level was 10,000, which is too massive for any normal Saiyan, and out of fear, King Vegeta sent him to planet Vampa. Fast forward to Namek Saga. Gohan's power level had grown to 200,000 before even fighting Frieza, whereas Broly's had stayed same as a child. He was still around 10,000 or at least a bit more, as he had not trained nor had to use his power against the wildlife of the planet, as most were weak. Gohan in Cell Saga had become the strongest warrior in Dragon Ball at that time, and no one was stronger than him, so he had outgrown everyone. Now in Super, Gohan in Tournament of Power had shown immense power and was the third strongest Saiyan and was fighting the strongest foes of the other universes, but had become weaker compared to others. Now Broly in Super had shown his true potential, and his power level was growing like crazy each second and had even reached God's level. From this we can understand one thing, that Gohan had by far the most potential between the Saiyans and has been growing far faster than any other Saiyan. And top of that, being a half Saiyan makes him even stronger, as Saiyans have a growth in power when faced with deep emotions, and the human side of Gohan helps him with it. On the other hand, Broly's sudden rise in power is not because of his long-time potential from training and fights like Gohan, and is more like a burst of power that has always been there, just found its way out in his fight with Goku and Vegeta. And that is also the reason why we have not seen him grow at that rate like in his fight with Goku and Vegeta. Although his potential is massive, Gohan has shown more time than anyone that when you think it's the finish line, Gohan outgrows that. So now on to the next part of the video, Beast Gohan vs Super Broly. In the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, we are told that the Gammas are in the level of Goku and Vegeta, most likely in their blue form. So if we take that into consideration, even Piccolo, who was beating them up, is around at the lowest Ultra Instinct sign level, and he got beaten up by Cell Max, who was stated to be almost as strong as Broly. And after turning beast, Gohan was obliterating that monster. He had no chance against Gohan. It was almost the same thing happening again like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan vs Cell. On the other hand, Broly, who came to Earth with a 10,000 power level and was getting beaten up by Super Saiyan Vegeta, soon grew so strong during that fight that he was beating Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta left and right, and in the end they had to fuse into Gogeta in order to defeat him. And later in the manga, when Gohan fought Goku, he punched Goku out of Ultra Instinct. Although many say Goku was going easy, but it was later officially said that Goku was not holding back. Although not going out like trying to kill him, but still not holding back. And also remember that it's Goku after the Moro arc, who was not to be compared with Tournament of Power Goku. And later on in the battle between Gohan vs Broly, we see Beast Gohan taking on Super Saiyan Broly with quite ease. And although both of them are very strong fighters, for now we can say that, as said in Dragon Ball Superhero movie, Gohan has now once again become the strongest. And the answer is that Gohan wins this one. And also it's just the beginning of his beast form, and once he mastered his, he would be unstoppable, and with Gohan's potential, we cannot say how strong he will get. So thank you for watching the video and don't forget to subscribe.